Ah yes, the brilliant Pokemon. They go by many other names, such as Stinky Pokemon, Sparkling Aura Pokemon, and Pokemon that have gone Super Saiyan. However, for a long time, the true potential of these Pokemon have been shrouded in mystery and misunderstanding. On the release of these games in 2019, we noticed that there was something special about these mons. These noticeable differences were that they were guaranteed to have at least 2 perfect IVs and an egg move. At the time, there was some speculation that these Pokemon were tied to increased shiny odds. However, this was quickly dismissed as not accurate, and us shiny hunters just kept on hunting the way that we've been hunting. Our understanding was that Generation 8's shiny hunting mechanic was broken. 2 years after the release of Sword and Shield, a data miner named Anubis conducted some research over a 2 to 3 month period. Most of you may know of the results of this already, but I'll briefly explain it. In short, the more Pokemon that you KO or capture, the higher chances you have of receiving extra shiny rolls. The game determines if a Pokemon is shiny by rolling a theoretical 4,096 sided dice, and if that dice lands on the one side that is considered to be shiny, well then you've encountered your shiny mon. So, where is the extra rolls coming into play? So if you have KO'd or captured any number of Pokemon from 1 to 500, then you will have a small chance of getting those extra rolls for your shininess. These extra rolls are randomly given at a 1 to 2%, the 2% being after you've KO'd 100 Pokemon of that species. Anubis did discover that these extra rolls were manifested in the form of brilliant Pokemon. This means that a player can actually see when these extra rolls are being given and entices the player to encounter them with their mystical luster. So, how good are these extra rolls? Well, the extra rolls are given as follows. If you've only battled one Pokemon of that species and you encountered a brilliant of it, then with Charm, you would have a 1 out of 1,024 chance of that being shiny. For 50 battled, it would be with Charm 1 out of 819, and with 100, it would be with Charm, of course, 1 out of 683, and so on, until you get to 500, which would be 1 out of 455. So we have a 2% chance at a 1 in 455 chance to get a shiny? Well, yes, and I know what you're thinking. Geez, that's awful. And that's probably what everyone else was thinking, which is why this information seemingly faded into obscurity as newer Pokemon games came out and hunters didn't feel it was worth changing their methods for a 2%. Well, that's until today. I decided that I was going to try encountering only brilliant Pokemon. I was curious to see if this would truly be faster and more efficient way of hunting. So, I'll preface my techniques that I learned while I tried doing this hunt. Number 1 is choosing a Pokemon with a high spawn rate, or that can be ability boosted, such as Harvest or Static. I wouldn't go below 40%. I think 40% is probably the lowest that I would go, and even that might be a little bit of a struggle. Second reason is the wild area. It has to be in the wild area, and this is because you can see lots of different Pokemon very quickly and pick out the brilliants. So I wouldn't try it on any routes or anything like that, because it just might take you a really long time before you start seeing brilliants. And following these rules are what make this method actually possible. And so I began my quest to find a brilliant shiny. I decided to go for Pumpkaboo since I had already had 500 KOs on it from a previous hunt. So this meant that I had the best possible odds of finding a brilliant and a shiny Pokemon. Each of these 2% encounters took anywhere from about 2 to 5 minutes, the most being about 7 minutes. It was nice though, knowing that these brilliant Pumpkaboos had the nice odds of 1 in 455, which is better than the Masuda method. Finally, after 10 hours and 417 brilliant checks, it shined. This shiny hunting experiment was not in vain, and I had a beautiful sparkly pumpkin to show for it. While doing this hunt, I couldn't help but feel that this method that I call the Brilliant Aura method, or BAM for short, was how the developers meant for it to be. It was built for the wild area. Now this method doesn't come with, no drawbacks. You do have to KO 500 Pokemon, but I feel like that's a good investment if you plan on hunting the same Pokemon again for any reason. It was a fun new way to do a different hunt, and I never tried before. In my opinion, I feel like this method is worth the work, seeing as you only need to KO 500 Pokemon, and then if you don't get the shiny, then you can go to Brilliant Aura hunting and know that your odds are 1 in 455. So, and those are the best in the entire game. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I really enjoyed doing this kind of little research and experiment, and encourage you maybe to try it sometime before Generation 9 comes out. And with that, you guys, it's gonna be me. Have a great rest of your week.